Today I'm going to be testing no skill decks in Clash Royale and ranking them on a list based on how much skill they actually require. The tiers are going to be Guwa, Gavami, Click Button, pretty self-explanatory. These decks basically play themselves, and as long as you know the basics of the game, you can just smash random buttons and still win. No skill. If you place cards in the right spots or in a specific order, you basically win automatically, no thinking required. Low skill here, basic elixir management and placements matter a little, but mistakes don't really cost you. Offense and defense are both brain off simple. Depends. These decks have certain tough matchups where you actually need skill to win, but most of the time, it's smooth sailing with minimal effort. Misunderstood. People think this deck is low skill, but in reality, it takes just as much skill as the respectable decks out there. Low-key high skill, the rarest here. These decks look easy from the outside, but are secretly super technical and tough to master. Probably nothing ends up here, but we'll see. So first off, we got Recruit's Fireball Bait, and I don't think there's much explanation needed on why this deck is no skill, since you can't just go Recruit, Piggies, Flying Machine, take Tower. And fortunately, we do have Recruits, Piggies, and Flying Machine in our starting hand. But he has 3 Musketeers, which is, I would say, actually fair for us, since it's both dual lane decks. But I feel like it's slightly better for us since we can defend all his pushes easily, and he doesn't really have a building for our piggies, or at least I think he doesn't. I'm gonna arrows that. It does got 2 hits, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna go with aggressive piggies here since he won't have elixir. I mean, he won't have like, okay, never mind. He has fireball, but it's fireball bait, so who cares? I'm gonna wait up elixir for my recruits here. I do really want to kill that pump though, but since it already pumped so much elixir, I don't think it's worth taking it out now. And he goes with the 3 Musketeers. I am gonna fireball them so that we can get a few recruits hits, and let's see, maybe not arrows. Okay, he has a mini P.E.K.K.A. That's odd in a 3 Musketeers deck. Our Zappies do clean out his remaining 3 Musketeers nicely, and he goes for another pump. I'm just go piggies. I don't care if he fireballs. He does, but it's very late, and we do get a load of damage with them. I'm actually gonna set up with recruits in the back again, and if he 3 Musketeers, I'm just gonna arrows fireball them. It's not gonna be too of a bad trade anyway, since it is 9 elixir. He does fireball our flying machine, so we can just go with piggies. Oh, never mind. That musketeer stays alive, apparently. Now I can go for piggies and zappies, since he won't have fireball in cycle. Arrows, and I think that's tower down. And in 10 seconds, he actually can't do anything. He 3 musketeers to bridge, but we have our recruits down, and that is going to be GG, guys. I'm going to rank Recruit's Fireball Bait in Guwa, Gavami, Click Button, since it's not like some beatdown decks like Egolm where you have to place the cards in a specific order. When you invest the recruits in the back, your opponents can't really punish you since the recruits go both lanes. And the pushes are very easy. You just place random stuff in the center. And next off, we got Elixir Golem Beatdown. Again, I don't think there's much explanation needed on why this is a no skill deck, since it's literally the face of no skill decks. When you think of a no skill deck, it's going to be Egolm. And we are going to be up against a Logbait here, which is, you know, a fair matchup, since, I mean, assuming he's playing Eye Tower, the Eye Tower isn't really going to do anything. We're not playing Golem. The Egolm's going to split every time he dies.
Okay, does have the Dark Goblin variant, which may mean he has Cannon, which is not good for us. The Skelly King down here and the Lumberjack in front of it. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Just spamming random shit and hopefully it works. And it did work. Okay. Let me just spam the pig mode here since I don't really like log bait. Especially with the Dark Goblin. I think we might actually... Like, I think we already won the game here. Well, you know, it's log bait. There's always outplay potential for him. Okay, never mind. He's, he gave up. And he's saying, well played. Well, I guess see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna rank Elixir Golem Beatdown in a no skill tier since it fits the criteria perfectly. You win if you place cards in a specific order. And for defense, well, there's no defense needed if half your push can literally 3-crown the opponent. Moving on, next off we got Mega Knight Zap Bait, and the reason why I think this deck is no skill is because it's simplistic gameplay. On offense, you really just spam and hopefully the opponent wastes their small spell. And on defense, you have the Evil MK, which stops everything. Okay. Oh, you're kidding me, a mid-ladder Menace deck? But, you know what? I don't care. I'm playing a mid-ladder deck too. And that was a horrible boss minute dash by the way. The MK will splash on the Witch and his Boss Bandit. And we got a very nice connection there. I'm assuming it's a mid-ladder Menace deck, if not some like funky variant of a deck. Okay, it's probably like a hyper bait here since, yeah, it's a hyper bait. Not good. Oh no, that princess. It's so annoying. Okay. One thing that I don't want to do here is be down too much elixir, because this happens. Wait, I might be fine. Okay. I was sure if that prince was going to do his dash damage again. Oh no, why did I zap that? That was a horrible zap by me. But it's fine, we're playing a no skill deck, we're getting away with it. And that evil witch is gonna heal. Might as well just MK onto that. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. We have to boss band it, yeah. Alright, evil Mega Knight is just gonna not. What is he doing? I guess it's the average IQ of a boss bandit player. Worst dash I've ever seen in my history of playing Clash. Okay, thank God I had spears there, and I think we can save our tower. Yeah, we do get to save our tower. And there's 43 seconds left. I don't think there's much he can do. Let me just Mega Knight the back here. Hopefully he doesn't whip out something scary like a sneaky Mega Knight. Oh no. No. Okay, I'm fine. 18 seconds left. He can boss bend the bridge and we'll have our Mega Knight and stuff. There's nothing you can do now. And that is going to be GG's, guys. See you guys in the next game. This may surprise you guys, but I'm actually going to put Mega Knight Zap Bait in the Depends tier. I know it just looks like Goblin spam and Evil MK spam and stuff like that, but I mean, for that game, I was matched up against a dumbass spin ladder player, to be fair. So for certain matchups, you actually need to outplay carefully with the Modern Inferno Tower. And especially if they're playing like a triple spell deck or they have a quick cycle and good defense, it's actually very hard to get any damage at all. For the next deck on our list, we've got Giant Graveyard. This may or may not surprise you guys, but it is actually a Brain Dead deck. On offense, you have two full-on win conditions that synergize well with each other, and on defense, you have the Bowler and the Guards, which are literally the two best cards on defense. And we are going to be up against a Miner controlled deck here, which is going to be pretty tough if I'm being honest. I mean, Giant Graveyard is capable of beating every single matchup, but you know, these defensive decks are always hard. I must play very slow here. For Giant Graveyard, ideally, you shouldn't be too aggressive in single elixir. I mean, with certain decks you can, like Golem, but against a Miner deck here, we just gotta save our tower in single elixir. And he rockets. Okay, I don't want him to get away with that. I'm gonna start up a Giant in the back here and probably minions down the middle or something. Because he will have road delivery, which is going to be very annoying. Yeah, you know what? Minions down the middle and... Oh no, wait. What was that? I misplaced my graveyard, but, you know, we should be fine. That was a complete waste of elixir, but we did get some damage out of that. And hopefully he doesn't rocket his bowler. I don't think he will. He's not crazy enough, but... We gotta watch out with investing our witches here. Wait, that's a king activation. Okay, that's juicy there. I might as well actually switch up lanes here, since I really don't want him getting his rocket values, and I still want to invest my witches in the back. Okay. Double elixir hit, I can be way more aggressive now. He starts up with the Berserker in the back. I'm just gonna minions for that Miner. And he rockets. I might as well just graveyard here. Who cares? If our first push doesn't work, we can do our second. Second doesn't work, we can do our third. We can just do this over and over again until it works. I'm gonna follow this Giant up with a Witch here. I really don't care if he arrows again. Sorry, if he rockets again, since he won't be able to get his rocket values on his side where he's attacking. Go to graveyard here. This could be bad for him, since we have our bowler tanking. Okay, the bowler does get a very nice connection. He gets his delivery down late, and we are basically up in the lead here. I'm literally just ignoring all of his miners since I want to use all my elixir on offense. I mean, it is a beatdown deck, so... Okay, it's looking very bad for him, and I think we might have won here, guys. He rockets our king tower, and that is going to be GG's. I'm going to rank Giant Graveyard in the low skill tier, and I know it's lower than a Mega Knight deck. And I also know you can't just whip out a Giant Witch Graveyard out of nowhere. It is 15 elixir, but it's just way too easy on both offense and defense. On defense, what do you do? What? Whip out a Giant Snowball to get like a king activation? You have the bowler and the guards. And on offense, you really just go with Giant Graveyard. And how do you get that elixir? The bowler and guards are walking positive trades.